Vivek, you're good to go.
Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. My name is Vivek Agrawal, and I will be the Sergeant at Arms for today's meeting. I welcome each of you to the meeting of Toastmasters Club of Storytellers and Leaders Connect Toastmasters Club. Can we have some applause? Okay, before starting the meeting, I would like to mention three ground rules we follow in our Toastmasters meeting. As Toastmasters, we either refrain or remain sensitive while we talk about sex, religion, or politics. Keep your videos on to gain the most of the time you are investing here. Please put yourself on mute if you are not speaking, unless speaker wants you to speak. As everybody in their life has a mission to achieve their goals, likewise, Toastmasters Club also has a mission. The mission of our Toastmasters Club is to provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop their communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. With this, I announce the meeting as open and hand over the stage to our presiding officer, Toastmaster Monica Talwar, whom we
Yeah.
call Magical Mona. Over to you, presiding officer, Madam Presiding Officer.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Vivek. Good morning, everyone. How are you all doing?
Good morning.
Super. Even I'm doing very good. So, today's Toastmaster, of course, I think I missed the last one, and I'm really, really excited for the day where we kind of begin. There is an experience I really want to share that fortunately I got an opportunity to attend an event, full day training sessions 3 weeks back. And in that uh, session, there was two topic, or two keywords that kind of were discussed in throughout the session. One was ambidexterity and another one was reinvention. Ambidexterity talks about what do we have, what do our strengths are, and what all do we have as in our capabilities and abilities. And another aspect is what really we can learn, develop, or what are the areas where we still have a scope to learn more and evolve more. And when we blend these two together, that's where the growth happens, and that's where the growth curve exponentially, go towards upwards. And second thing is reinvention, that it's not necessary that you have to reinvent the things or invent the things from the scratch, but there would be so many things available today that we can utilize, add our own special, in Hindi we call it tadka, or you know, our own special instinct to that to make it more personal, as well as that brings in value back to the community, society, or the work environment wherever we can actually contribute. And what all we contribute through the ambidexterity and the invention is what actually we receive back also, because it's always about the exchange. And that's what we actually do in here in the Toastmaster meeting, especially in our meetings, in our two clubs, right? So we are always trying to improvise what we already have and also learn where we really have a scope to improve. And today's theme, of course, is aligned with that. Learning or applying what we already know in our career or in our skills, and now integrating AI with that, which is a new thing that we have to learn, where we still are evolving, and then bringing them together. And then we're reinventing ourselves. It's not about reinventing the others, but eventually it's about reinventing your own self. And that's what I believe has to be the intention of today's meeting also. And that's what I really am looking forward to. That what Rashi gonna come and share as in a team out for the day. We'll explore it more from there. Before we begin the meeting, couple of things I really want to share. One, the big news is that Mukesh renewed his membership not only for the 6 month but for whole of the year. So we really should congratulate him. And this inspired all of us to think seriously if we really are dedicated. It's not about getting only enrollment into the or membership into the Toastmaster, but it's all almost like committing to your own self that yes, my growth matters, my progress matter, my skills matter. Yes, Diti, you want to share something?
Yeah, I also heard that because he's renewed for 1 year, he's getting a gift also. Is that true?
Yes, that is true. Toastmaster organization has actually announced that those who renew for a year would, of course, be given a beautiful gift. Even I'm excited. I'm also thinking about. Thank you, Mukesh, for inspiring me. And most likely, I'll also renew for the year. Why to lose that gift? So that's one big news. And with that, I really would appreciate or encourage every one of us, if we are still waiting to enroll for a membership, do it today because it's not about enrollment or committing to yourself to the Toastmaster, but it's about committing to your own self for your own growth because eventually we evolve when we actually stay in the company of committed and growth oriented people. So that's one thing. Second, I got an opportunity to deliver yet another demo session um, in School of Business Studies and Finance, and that was a really really awesome experience. Fortunately, I did as in a team out for the third time, and the event was well appreciated. I really loved the energy of all the students. This is a special one done for the students, so it was altogether different energy, interacting with them and seeing their curious and excited faces, and then hope and faith that, of course, there is something in store for you. And also then afterwards, spending the time in the premises also was a fun. We actually relived our moments because most of us were, of course, those who are into the corporate, and we have missed that connect from the college and school. Again, a lot of learning when we go into such meetings. So again, I would encourage everyone, if you really are interested, so just inform me and Mohit so that we can also inform you when we have such demo meetings coming in future. I really would like more participants from our clubs to spread the word about our club and also to experience this kind of a culture, and where you kind of promote the Toastmaster itself. So again, it will be giving back to the Toastmaster also. So these are the two things. Do we have guests today? Satish and Karishma, right? Yes.
Karishma is a member.
Okay. Really?
Mhm.
I'm sorry, Karishma and Satish. Yeah. Okay. So thank you for joining for today's meeting. We're really happy to have you here. Um, and we will actually connect back with you towards the end. We'll take your intros. Right now, we really want you to experience the session. So hope we are all fine with that.
Yeah, of course.
Thank you so much. So with that, why to delay the flow, why to be the hurdle in the process, let me invite Rashi, who has got a beautiful theme of AI. So I'm handing over the stage to Rashi. Rashi, the virtual stage is yours.
Thank you, Toastmaster Monica. What a start. Uh, yes, we will be exploring a lot of things today. So, before I say something more, I want all of you to grab your handsets if you have downloaded ChatGPT already, or if you don't, then go to your browser and you will see a circular button besides the microphone badge, and you need to just click on it if something is visible. Then if you are using this feature for the first time, you will be asked to choose a voice. Just choose a voice and ask it to tell you a silly joke. I'll give,
I'll go ahead and share some joke. Why did the scarecrow win?
so I'll give you all a moment to try this feature out and let me know.
भी ऐसे छोटे मोटे जोक्स चलते रहते हैं बात बिना हवा में से नहीं बुलाऊंगा
So that's what AI in action is. And see how human it sounded, right? And that's what you we can so you can expect this meeting full of stories, full of these voices, and our own pinch of addition to that this AI and the features which can help us to become native with AI. So before I get a deep dive into the theme,
Free.
for the benefit of guests, I would like to explain the structure of the meeting. The meeting is divided generally in three sections. The first is prepared speeches round, where members will be delivering speeches based on the project and parts that they have chosen. The second part of the session is the table topic round, where member can practice thinking and speaking on their feet. And this round also known as impromptu speech section. And guests are also welcome in the round as well. The third and final part will be evaluation round in which all the prepared speeches as well as other aspects of the session will be evaluated. Let me let me now hand over the stage to the general evaluator to who will help me out with carrying out this meeting and with him and his tag team they will be evaluating the whole section and help us out with all the things we need to improve on. So, to the general evaluator, Vivek, stage is
Thank
yours.
you, Madam Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Rashi. Greetings to all my fellow members and the guests. Friends, generally we know that we become what we practice. Question is what we practice. Are we practicing same thing without any incremental or progressive improvement? Friends, I encourage you to keep these two words in your mind, progressive improvement. Just pay attention to these two words. Now, what I'm going to say probably will be a change your life. And many of you might be knowing it. So now let's rephrase it. What we are doing in Toastmasters Club. So at Toastmasters Club, we become better version of ourselves because we practice public speaking and leadership skills in every meeting with some progressive improvement. From where this progressive improvement will come? If there is no feedback, we will not come to know. So purpose of evaluation section is to instill the belief in each of us that performance is incomplete without we getting the feedback. By getting the feedback, the loop is complete. So my purpose of today's role, G role, general evaluator role is that I will evaluate everything, whatever happens in the meeting. I will take a note of it. I will evaluate each participant on the meeting program and look for good examples of preparation, organization, delivery, enthusiasm, observation, and performance of duties. At the end of the meeting, I will give my report. I will not do this report alone. I need help of my team. So we call it timer, R counter, and grammarian. So let me introduce my team, timer. Timer is Toastmaster Monica Talwar, whom we lovingly call Magical Mona. After working in IT industry for 23 years, she has transitioned into coaching as certified life coach and healer. After coding and debugging software programs, now she is on a mission to heal and empower working professionals to build emotional resilience. According to her, transformation begins within. Toastmaster Mona, if you can kindly introduce your role. Over to you, Mona.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Vivek, for introducing me.
You're welcome.
And oh, my chat GPT is also saying you're welcome. Anyways, so yes, so today, as it's really important about progressive improvement, one of the aspect of improvement is managing your time, because time is the crucial resource which we have got in ample. Everybody has got it in the same amount, but it all depends how wisely you actually use it. My experience when I did my speech impromptu for the very first time, I didn't pay attention to the time duration, which made me to over deliver my speech, and I actually was not able to compete for the best speaker on the day. But eventually that gave me the gist that time is really important to be managed. If lost, really can't regain. So for today, I will be doing that job for you. I'll be monitoring the time that you will be taking for your speeches. For the prepared speeches, the timings would be 5 to 7 minutes. For impromptu speeches, the timing would be 1 to 2 minutes. And for evaluation, timings would be 2 to 3 minutes. I will be showing the cards based upon when the time is about to reach. So I'm changing my background. Just let me know if it is in effect. July. Okay. So I'll be showing,
Yes.
making my background green when the max limit is reached. Then there'll be, okay. So I'll be showing the green card for the prepared speeches when the 5 minutes will be there. Then yellow card at the 6th minute and the red card at the 7th minute. Same way, I'll be showing green card when 1 minute for impromptu speech is over, yellow card when 1.30 minutes are over, and the red card when 2 minutes are reached. And for evaluation, the same would be done as green for 2 minutes, yellow for 2 minutes, 30 seconds, and red for 3 minutes. I'll come back with my report when I'll be called upon again towards the end of the meeting to show how well we managed our time. Handing back the stage to Toastmaster Vivek.
Thank you, Toastmaster Monica, for elaborately explaining your role. And indeed, time management is the key to whatever we do. Next, I would like to invite, please help me welcome distinguished Toastmaster Mohit Sahani, who is playing the role of our counter. Over to you, distinguished Toastmaster Mohit Sahani.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vivek. Super excited for today's session. Thank you for this opportunity to serve. Hello, friends. I'll be the R counter for the day, which means that I will be taking a note of all the unnecessary words and long pauses that we introduce in our speech while speaking. I have the pleasure of having our friend Toastmaster Diptendu in the meeting. And for those of you who don't know, he has been a pillar for Toastmasters Club of Storytellers. He's a great friend, a great technology leader, and also a great singer. So I can't stop myself from giving you an analogy from singing today. So when you are singing, hardly would you notice somebody say or unnecessary long pause. But it happens all the time when it comes to public speaking. Why is that so? My guess, although I'm not an expert, we'll ask Diptendu later, is that the reason why that happens is because we already know the lyrics, we are prepared, we know what we are going to speak or sing. But the good news is we can apply the same logic to public speaking as well, including table topics. And today, I'm going to be that person who makes a note of any unnecessary note that comes while you are speaking. And I'll come back at the end of the meeting with my report. That's all I have. Thank you very much. And back to you, Toastmaster Vivek.
Thank you, distinguished Toastmaster Mohit, for nicely explaining your role, AHA counter. Thank you. Now let me, I have already used one AHA. Now let me introduce the grammarian of the day, Toastmaster Deeptendu. Toastmaster Deeptendu is a software developer turned trained trainer consultant. Deeptendu has played key role in delivery of optical networking solutions over past 10 years. He is also an AI enthusiast and brings software development perspective to AI adoption and productization. There are a lot of new things for me to learn just from his introduction. Deeptendu is passionate about music, as distinguished Toastmaster Mohit already said, and has delivered multiple public performances. Over to you, Toastmaster Deeptendu, to explain your role of grammarian.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Vivek. And today I am playing the role of a grammarian. As grammarian, it is my responsibility to pay close attention to all speakers, listening carefully to their language usage. I'll take a note of any improper language as well as any outstanding words, quotes, sayings, or thoughts by today's speakers. As grammarian, it is also my duty to introduce the word of the day. So for today's meeting, the word is duty, which means something that you have to do because people expect you to do it or because you think it is right. An example of using the word is a soldier never backs down from their duty even when they are on a holiday. So that is an example. And each speaker is encouraged to use the word of the day. I will give the grammarians a report when called upon during the general evaluation section. And before ending my intro, I'd also like to introduce the phrase of the day. So today's phrase is going to be call of duty. And the sentence or an example that we can think of is that in order to succeed in professional life, one has to go above and beyond their call of duty in order to add value to their area of work. So I encourage everyone to use the word of the day and the phrase of the day, wishing everyone the very best. And back to Toastmaster Vivek.
Thank you, Toastmaster Deeptendu, for very elaborately explaining your role of grammarian. Yes, grammar is very important in what we speak, how we communicate. So, friends, now it is my duty to hand over the stage to Madam Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Rashi. Over to you, Toastmaster Rashi.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vivek, for explaining, and all other Toastmaster from his tag team for explaining their role in such a detail. Now, coming back again to the theme, one of the coolest aspects of AI today is creativity on demand. Imagine you're stuck with a speech or a designing a poster or even brainstorming some ideas. You can simply go to any AI or chat GPT. Within a second, it will generate ideas. But that's not replacing human. That is something that to do with the creativity or human creativity by expanding it as your co-pilot. So I want to know from all of you how, what do you think is the important aspect in this process? When you go to an AI or when you want to get done something from it, what is the most important aspect in this process? Anyone? Yes,
When
Vivek.
I use
Yes, Neetu.
so when I use any chat GPT or any other AI, I would like to understand is it matching with my thinking process or it is giving me more ideas? And been using it since 1 year and I can see a wide variety of difference in my way of working and way of my thinking. And I don't restrict myself whether I know it or not. So because of AI, I'm just taking up any work that is assigned and I read it through and deliver it. So it has been a great co-pilot for me.
Okay. Yes, Vivek.
Yeah. So uh, when this AI came, I tried to use it in the beginning and I found that it was taking over my NI, natural intelligence. Then last few months, what I started doing, I stopped looking at it completely. I figured out that what is my circadian rhythm, which is basically what is my peak creative hours during 24 hours. And I found out, okay, in the morning hours, 2 or 3 hours, this is something I'm getting lots of ideas. So I start writing that and I start developing on that. And now how I am using AI, when I have developed my idea, when I have done my script, then if I have to pick up something from AI, some topic I have to research, then I will ask that specific question. I will not just go raw and say, okay, I don't know anything, tell me everything and then start. So this is my way of looking at it. Thank you.
Thank you, Vivek. Yes, Salishma.
I'll start with one of the recent events in my office that there was an advanced email writing session happened, and I participated in that as well. One of the girls, my colleague mentioned that she is here today because she always rely on ChatGPT to draft an email for her. Like she is totally relying on it, and she has forgotten about the writing skill. And in that particular training, which was of 4 hours, the trainer gave us activity as an activity that you have to compose an email. And that girl went to ChatGPT again and did that activity. So what I'm trying to say is, like, even I'm also relying on ChatGPT on a lot of things. So what my the important aspect when I'm using AI or any such thing is, like, we should not lose our authenticity or our thing or our, the genuineness which we put in the work instead of going ahead and using all this. So we should always use these things very strategically and wisely. And I'm successfully recalling one of the status from the Toastmaster Mohit Sani. The quote was that AI should not write or anything, such things. You should not write any article or such things. The creativity should be with us. The AI should help us with, washing the utensils or something like that. If I'm successfully recalling, it was something around it, and it struck me a lot. So the important aspect is, do not lose your X factor when you are using it. Use it. It's of course for a good cause. I mean, good. It's but strategically and wisely.
Yes, Neetu.
Would like to add one more point which I was thinking. Like content creation is no longer an issue, but how we present it, how you make it understand to the other person, and how you feel it relevant that you are able to explain it. That's more challenging these days. Content
I
writing has become
Yeah, I
uh,
can add to
like
that. Like, so how I use ChatGPT, as Nathan said, right? So, and all everybody has that. One part is authenticity, like what I really have. Again, ambidexterity coming into the picture. What I already know, what I really want to share, what my thoughts are, what my ideas are. I used it yesterday only. So I drafted some story that I really want to share. I created it. I went to ChatGPT just to improvise it, right? To filter out the grammatical mistakes and all these things. And I posted it on the LinkedIn. And I really wanted to make it into the blog also. So I asked ChatGPT just to reformat it and keep the tone as I had actually said. So it just beautifully formatted it, reformatted it, created me a picture. Otherwise, I would have taken hours to search for that picture. So it quickly found me the picture which I can use with my post. So it's again adding more to it. Again, there's a lot we can get done with the AI. Recently, I started to uh, ask it to find what are the again, if I create the content, for my courses. So what are the defects or the loopholes where there could be a scope of improvement? So that's where asking it to work as in a best in the field, and then it actually tries to apply that expertise there to improvise it. So that's yet another way I have started to use it. I was initially very reluctant to use AI, but I think for the last few months, I am actually finding a lot of value.
Thank you, everyone, for sharing your views. I understand the fact that yes, when you see something happening in just few seconds, which might take you hours to do, it feels intimidating sometimes. But the process, see, AI can do everything for you till the point it gets a context. So, in the whole process, context is very important. As a human, the ability you have is you have the context of your surrounding. You have the ability to what you want to make it do for you. It doesn't understand till the point you don't give it the context. So, when context comes in place, the most important part that I feel is how you prompt it. If you do it in a very general way, like tell me some motivational quote, it can come up with any motivational quote and it can tell you a motivational, but it doesn't have to be the one you are searching for. You like what you have to do is you have to tell it some more context, right? Like write me a motivational quote in the style of a wise mentor encouraging a toastmaster before the first big speech. So here you gave it a context that you want this motivational quote for a particular scenario, and then the all the motivational quote it will come up with which may be very near to the situation you are looking for, or you can ask it to ask you some more questions so that you can give it some more context. In the next part of the meeting, I'll also tell you some hacks that how you can do it, and the part which many of the speaker right now flagged that it is taking over their thinking process. So yes, many of you shared that you do take some time, think about the problem on your own, write your things down, and then go to the AI. It's actually a good process. But if you are stuck in this process only, like what all the thing I should think about, you can again go to AI. It is not just a Google search. You can also ask it for a conversation, like the voice feature in the beginning of the meeting I introduced. You can just start it and just like we humans talk to each other, you can talk to it and you can ask it to ask you questions in this particular context so that it can help you thinking more about the problem statement you are trying to figure out. Okay, I'll get into some more detail in the next part of the meeting. Right now, we should, it's my duty to meet the stars of our meeting who have put as much as thought into their preparation as a perfect prompt, our prepared speakers. Our first speaker is uh, is a member of Chalk and Dusters Toastmaster Club, District 98. He is an excellent speaker and even better human being. He is a full of gratitude for his feminine quartet, and talk to him to find out more. To welcome him, I'll ask. Okay, so
I'm evaluator.
he Huh. Uh, To welcome him, I'll ask Toastmaster Neetal.
So good morning, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Today I'll be evaluating Manoj practice project. The object of this project is make a speech more impactful by applying vocal variety and body language. As Manoj speaks, I'll be observing how he uses tone, pitch, pace, and volume, how his gestures, expressions, and movement spots his message, and whether there are any unintentional movements that distract or intentional ones that enhance the speech. So timer, please note the speech is for 5 to 7 minutes, and Manoj has complete freedom of style, whether humorous, informative, or inspirational. My evolution will focus on how effectively vocal variety and body language are used to strengthen his delivery. And with this, I'll hand over the stage back to Toastmaster Rachi. Toastmaster Rachi, you can announce the title of the speech and hand the stage back to Manoj.
Pardon me if I'll pronounce the title wrong. So yes, Manoj Lanka, Hari Hachi Ban mein, Hari Hachi Ban mein, Manoj Lanka.
What do you want to become when you grow up? I think it can be asked at any stage of our life. Every day is a growth. But it was a question posed to students in a class. Everybody wrote their answer, and the miss went to one particular student and said, I hope you didn't understand my question. The student looked up and said, Miss, I feel you haven't understood life. The answer the boy had written is, I want to be happy. This moment, I would like to share a recipe for happiness. Hara Hachi Bu Me. Hara Hachi Bu Me. Out of 80%. Eat until you are 80% filled. This concept credited to 5th century Confucius, the Chinese philosopher. Okniwara is a province in East China Sea in the southern part of Japan. And there you find they have the highest number of centenarians, people living and leading a healthy and happy life beyond 100 years, aging gracefully and adopting the principle of Hara Hachi Bu Me, that is mindful eating, to satiate about 80% of your hunger. Center of our physical structure is our tummy. It's the center of gravity, the energy center, the regulator of our life force that gives us that energy to propel us to go forward in life, to do any job. And if it is completely filled, like this bottle, I put some colored water in it. It has got a lot of potential energy, but kinetic energy, nil. That's what happens when you're filled completely. And if it is less, that too much of bubble, too much of energy for running maybe a short distance. But if it is adequately filled, because life is a marathon, we have enough for everything. So now, time to share my experiments with truth, appropriately termed food. As a kid, I fought for the bigger portion of the delicious rice pudding and the slice of fish with my 3 siblings. Now, studying in a residential school, I used to devour food like a demon during the lunch and dinner time. hoping I am going to grow taller, stronger, and more intelligent. Alas, I remain average in height, average in physical activities, and below average in studies. Well, I became a vegetarian when I was around 14 years old. During COVID lockdown, I experimented on food, motivated by a group, fasting. I sustained 5 days only drinking water, continuing my daily ritual of 1 plus hour of yoga in the morning, 1 plus hour of walking in the evening, even the rituals or the chores of my office. I could do all that without feeling spent off. And that's the post COVID. I joined a group of fruitarians and experimented and survived for a month only on fruits. Of course, I reduced my weight by 10 kgs from my ideal weight of 68, became 58, but energy was maintained. That's the time I was experimenting to run long distance runs because I was always afraid of long distances. Until that, I ran about half dozen half marathons successfully. So this shows it's not how much you eat, but how do you eat that? Now, I don't ask you to become vegetarians, vegans, or fruitarians. In fact, 2 years back, I became a vegan, left all those milk products. Vivekananda, in fact, was a non vegetarian. But yes, to become healthy and happy, the two ways, we need to eat mindfully. Actor Madhavan talks about chew your water, chew your cup of coffee or milk, whatever you're taking, Mohit, and drink your food. Yeah, chew your water, drink your food. This is mindful eating. Instead of multitasking, we need to eat slowly, releasing each morsel of food inserted into the orifice, our mouth, allowing the 32 to do their job, the tongue to salivate it, and we'll see we consume less food. To experiment, if you're having 4 chapatis in the night, taking 20 minutes, take that 20 minutes to eat two of them. You'll find you are more energetic and feel this concept of hara hachi bume is not new. In our ancient Sanatan civilization, we generally sit down on the lap of Mother Earth after cleaning our hand and feet, after giving our gratitude to the unseen God and all those people who are responsible to bring that plate of food in front of us, and then sit down to eat mindfully. So, to conclude, let's practice this wonderful principle, Hara Hachi Bhu Me, to remain healthy and happy. Remember, if you love too much, you'll be cheated. If you speak too much, you'll be lying. If you cry too much, you'll lose your sight. If you care too much, you'll be taken for granted. Don't be too much because that too much can hurt you too much. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Manoj, for introducing all of us to such a beautiful concept of Hara Hachi Mume. Now, the next speaker, I would so she recently joined Times of India as a professional. She describes herself as a little high maintenance, occasionally lazy, and sometimes insane. Drawing, painting, and musing bring her peace. To welcome her, I ask evaluator Dipti.
Sure. Thank you, Rashi. Thank you so much. It's my absolute honor and pleasure to be the evaluator for our second speaker today, Toastmaster Mehak. The pathway of her speech is humorous speaking. She's on level 1, and this will be her project too. It's my duty to also share the objective of the speech or the purpose of the speech. The purpose of her speech is to learn and review basic methods for writing a speech with a defined purpose and to present a well organized and a well delivered speech on any topic of her choice. Uh, Please note, Rashi, the title of the speech is Diwali Highest, and the speech is 5 to 7 minutes. I wish my target speaker all the very best. Look forward to listening in. I'll share my evaluation when the general evaluator calls me.
Toastmaster Mehak, Diwali Heist. Diwali Heist, Toastmaster Mehak.
They say every family has one unforgettable story. Some are about love, some about travel, and some about the Trump. Ours, it began a year ago, and I call it the Diwali haste. Greetings, dear Toastmasters and my dear friends. It was all lightning with joy a year back. My family and I were having the best time. It was Diwali after all. Shopping, eating, and partying were all on our minds all the time. Until one evening, when my mother decided, out of the blue, to keep her all the jewelry in the locker room, which otherwise could be found on the floors, drawer, or even inside her purse. She went upstairs quickly and stacked her diamonds and the gold, arranging them and placing them layer by layer in the boxes, only to find them empty in a few days. For a while, our random thoughts were, Mother, I'm sure you must have kept it somewhere and forgotten. Because I remember you once bought a blue t shirt from Marks and Spencer's, only to buy the same t shirt again from Marks and Spencer's because you apparently forgot that you made a purchase. Straight for 3 long days, the whole family went onto a mission to find the gold. We searched it everywhere: balcony, beds, drawers, refrigerator, even the stack of old newspaper. Because what if? Can you imagine us finding gold in the bag boxes? Maybe we could have lost the entire 10 kg of it among the bags. Well, anyway, days passed with endless family meetings, discussions, and accusations. As if life was playing on a loop. Every single day, we discussed the same thing. The past few days. What did we eat? Where did we go? What jewelry we were wearing? And so on. Day 4. After a lot of discussion, we realized that we have been robbed. Well, this realization came after so long. Because how can our house be robbed? We who never let the door get closed. Because why? This place is being referred and labeled as Ram Rajya by many of us. Suspects? Well, that was easy. The house helped. Who else? She was the only person who visited our second floor more often than the family members themselves. And that too every single day. No second thoughts about it. She was the one. So we decided to keep a check on her. We made a plan and we were so excited about it. My sisters installed the CCTV app on the mobile devices and we placed it neatly just to see that what was the maid doing. We placed the bait on the bed and have stacked inside so many gold, all the things inside this bag. Because what if And we used to grab our popcorns, all the family members sitting in the drawing room, watching it on TV, what the house help has been doing while she was cleaning the floors. Day one, the help grabbed the bag. She quickly opened it, closed it, and set it aside. What? Nothing happened? He was so excited about it while she was opening it. Day two, this time we let the locker room open, only to realize that she banged it closed. And day three, this time we thought of a prank call. So I called her up and said, "Hello, हाँ हम वो सोनार बात कर रहे हैं, तुमने सोने के बारे में कुछ पता है? Hello, I'm that jewelry person that you came to visit around. Do you know anything about the gold?" Again, bad luck. Days passed and we realized that she must not be the one. We were still clueless until one day when my grandmother suspected our carpenter, who was often greeted as a family member. He was like a family to my father, our carpenter. He was the dearest of all. Why would he? He has been working for us unsupervised every time. How can he? Definitely not possible. He has made all the almiras, all the lockers, all the keys. He belongs to a nice family. Why would he? My father defended him every time. Now let's leave the topic. I will let you guys purchase more jewelry. You might have lost them somewhere. Let's move on, said my father. We lost jewelry whose market value could have been around 20 lakhs. And why this finance director is so cold about it? Until one day, we realized that this carpenter, whom we have been calling every single day for the past few days, was not picking up our calls and was avoiding us. Now we were convinced who the culprit was. However, he was so dear to my father that my father wanted to let him go and did not want us to file an FIR. However, mother was determined. She went to the police station every day and filed a complaint against him. The investigation started. It became another fun thing for us in the family, including me. We thought that some detectives would be coming to our home, would be checking all the almiras and the lockers, and we would be asked so many questions, so many inquiries would be there. And it also happened. Well, suddenly days passed, the police used to visit our house more often, and something which was all in our mind completely it happened. In this mission to find the lost carpenter, I also started my search over social media. I quickly made him my friend over Snapchat and Instagram and used to see his stories every single day. He must have been using his phone. Well, until one day, when my mother received a call. "Hello, I am Pawan's mother speaking." My mother forgot. "Who, Pawan?" "Mom, the carpenter's mom." Well, this was our story. In the end, it was the police who gave us a good news. "We have one good news for you, ma'am. The culprit is under arrest, and we have recovered your jewelry." It was a shock for all of us to believe that in a country like India, the police were working. And the another shock that the thief had not sold the jewelry. It was a roller coaster journey. Well, with so much action, drama, and thrill, and a happy ending, obviously. At the end, we didn't just recover the jewelry, we discovered something greater: the strength of the family and the power of hope. Because hope is that invisible thread that pulls you forward every time. And if there's one lesson that I will carry forward, that trust no one blindly, but always trust your hope. Because hope is what keeps you alive every single day. Thank you. Back to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Mehak. What a beautiful cinematic journey we just gone through. It was really exciting, thrilling, and at the same time adventurous, I felt while listening to it. Thank you for sharing such a beautiful story. So, coming back to our theme, uh, so what if I tell you some hack to make your GPT work for you and just like you? I will be sharing my screen, and this is something I really often use while doing problem when I come across anything which I generally don't know much about. Like recently, I was preparing for a proposal, and in my previous experience, I have never drafted a proposal. So to make to research about it or to make that proposal like what a professional proposal writer will do, I wanted to get that done likewise. So for that, what we can do generally is, can you all see my screen? Is it visible?
Yes.
Yeah. So in your GPT, there are, if you see, there are options like GPTs. These GPTs are made for you to use for a particular purpose. They are made by they are custom GPTs who are made by other people for particular use cases. And when you go to this window, so first of all, to make your prompt with more context, you can always use this prompt engineer. You'll find many GPTs here. Okay, it's working a bit slow. This one. So, there are many types or ways when you prompt, and you have to assign some role to AI. You have to give it all the context, and then it will give you the kind of output you as per your prompt. If your prompt is too generalistic, not that with all the context or what you want to get output for, then the output will be also very general, like what we say, garbage in and garbage out. So that's how it works. So even to make your prompts, like if you want to build it, you can just use this GPT called prompt engineer, and you can build a new prompt, and then you can use that prompt. And like I was saying about a proposal maker, so I'll just use a GPT which is made for that particular purpose. Yeah, of course, I'll not be showing you all the output or prompt right now here because it will take some more time. I'll after this session gets done, or whenever next time you are trying to using Chat GPT, go to this GPT window. First, create your prompt with a prompt engineer, and use that particular prompt for asking it for doing that particular work for you. But remember, you have to give some more context to it, build your prompt properly, and then you can do this exercise, and do let me know after using it that what was the quality of your output. And again, when you get impressed by my posters and all those things, now you know where it comes from. I just create my prompt properly, and get it done with more detail, and then I'll use the prompt in other AI as well. Like I go to a Nano Banana and a Gemini Nano Banana, and I just put that prompt and see what the output it gives me, and then it is a conversational thing. I'll tell the AI what my thinking is and what changes I want to do it in the picture, and then it come up with more output which are very real to my near to my expectation. So yes, I'll give you some more hacks while continuing with the theme. And now we need to. It's my duty to call the person who recently joined. Yeah, Mohit, you want to say something? You raise your hand.
Hi, Rashi. Yep.
Yeah.
One, I wanted to check if this feature is available only for paid users or is it for free users also of ChatGPT?
Okay. So whatever features I'm telling right now, these are all free features.
Okay, that's great. Thank you. And the second thing that I wanted to maybe remind you was that can we take a minute for feedback for the speakers from all the guests?
Yeah, sure. Uh, I'll request everyone to give your feedback for both the speakers, for both the speeches done by Mehek and Manoj. Yes, Neetan. Meanwhile, you all can share your ideas. Yeah, Neetan.
So I was also experimenting with these prompts. So like I was working on a new module which I'm not very well versed with. So what I say is you behave as my consultant, you think yourself as a solution architect, and then I give the document URL where all the information is stored from the web, like docs.oracle.com. That's what I usually use. And then whatever, and ask it to share the links whenever it is sharing any information so that I can verify whether the information that is being shared is correct or it's bluffing. As the hallucination is very high in AI, and if you're really using it for your work, you need to ensure whatever data you are sharing is accurate. Otherwise, it creates on its own, and you will end up thinking that this is what it is. And the problem we are facing as a consultant is users are using it ChatGPT and they say this is possible, and you're saying it's not possible because they're not verifying the details. They are just believing ChatGPT. So a dark side of AI.
Yes, it's very true. When you have this long chat history, so after a point, it does behave like a human. It don't want to work anymore to do that all stuff, and then you can grab its ear and tell it like, dude, you're wrong. It is not this. It is. It should be done that way, and then you can ask it to again or refresh your chat. Then and also, currently, ChatGPT has given an option where you can create a new chat which will be interlinked to your this history chat as well. So I didn't use it recently, so I'll do share my own views on it. But yeah, this is a new thing which is recently added, so you can explore that. Also, when working with AI, the good thing about the AI is you can always tell it how you want to do that thing. If you want it to work for you in a way like you want, then ask it right away that ask me questions like this and this, or check this thing in your history again and re-verify if all these things are correct. So it will do it in that way. Yeah. So moving back to the next section. uh, So, uh, I would like to welcome this person who recently again rejoined Toastmaster in September after a 2 year gap and is really excited and looking forward to this second phase of her journey. Karishma, Toastmaster Karishma. She's our table topic speaker for today. Yes,
Thank you,
Karishma.
Toastmaster Rafi. And hi, everyone. I am Toastmaster Karishma, who will be doing the table topic section for today's meeting. Now, in offices or in colleges or in anywhere, wherever you are working or studying or whatever you are doing in your life, have you ever come across an event where your manager or your professor or your supervisor or anyone is calling you and asking you something and you have to respond to them like then and there only? If you can do it, very good. Or if you go abba jabba dabba, then this section is for you, because in this section we upskill or we prepare ourselves for such events, and this is the impromptu section, and this is known as the table topic section. For the benefit of guests, I would like to mention that I will be calling upon maybe a guest or a toastmaster when I will be calling upon a member or a guest, and I will give them a topic to speak on. And the timing will be 1 to 2 minutes. And of course, there will be a disqualification if that person will speak less than 1 minute and more than 2 minutes and 30 seconds, which which Toastmaster Monica, who is the timer for the day, already mentioned as well. And when I will be calling them, I will be starting with the Toastmaster topic, and the Toastmaster, and then they can start, and then the timer can also start the timing. Now there is a twist in the today's table topic section. Whatever the topics which I will be giving you all, either you have to sell it to the audience or you have to convince them for that particular thing which I will be giving you in the topic. So I will be starting with a current Toastmaster member, and so that the guest can also see how it goes in the first go. So I will be calling upon Toastmaster Mohit for the first table topic section. And I'm repeating this one more time that with all today's topic, you either have to sell this or have to convince the audience. So the first table topic section for Toastmaster Mohit. 1 year membership of table topic Toastmaster Mohit 1 year membership of table topic Toastmasters. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Karishma. 1 year membership of Toastmasters. Hi, friends. I've been a Toastmaster for over 10 years. And if there is one thing that has really transformed my life, be it my career, be it my personal life, it is Toastmasters. So I have renewed every 6 months for the last so many years. And I think if there is a secret to my success that you believe in, then it is Toastmasters. And now is the best time for us to renew our commitment to Toastmasters, not for 1 year, but for 2 years. Oh, why should you do that? You should do that because you don't want to waste time in thinking about something that's so obvious. When somebody asks me, why do I renew my Toastmasters membership? My counter question to them is, why should you not renew? So renew it for 2 years, get the benefits. There is a lot of gift vouchers, a lot of discounts, and more than anything else, a lot of learning that comes in the process of becoming a Toastmaster. So grab all the gifts that are coming your way, grab all the learning that is coming your way by becoming a Toastmaster for 2 years. We are all here to support you. We love to do that. And so reach out to us, get your membership, and do that now. Thank you. And back to you, Toastmaster Karishma. I hope you will get your 2 years membership as well now. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Mohit. If there are gifts involved, definitely a yes. I will next go ahead with B. Satish.
Hi, very good
Hi.
morning.
Very good morning. So, okay. So your topic, which you have to actually sell to the audience right now, is calm to a bald person. A calm to a bald person.
I thank you for this wonderful topic. So, balding is a common phenomenon for human beings, especially when we are aging, we lose hair, and that is the senescence is setting out, and we are getting bald. But this One of the reason may be the hormones setting up in our life, playing on the hair follicles, and everything in our body is getting old by multiplication. One cell is getting one pluripotent cell is getting into many cells, and once it is exhausted, it lost. One of the reason may be combing too much, but you can enjoy combing. That will give you a small stimulation in our daily life, but over combing is not that much advisable. The combing in a very nice way, even if you are bald, may give you back the lost hair. By popping this, you can try this massaging with a comb. You can get a beautiful comb and enjoy massaging it on your bald, hoping that you will get your lost hair back. This is a magical comb, I think. I can guarantee, and you can take a trial. Thank you. Over to the Toastmaster.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Satish. Even I'm I'm facing from such a huge fall. I'll definitely going to buy this comp for sure. Next, since Monica is raising her hand, so definitely Toastmaster Monica. So for Toastmaster Monica, you have to actually convince the entire audience here to wear Indian dresses on beats such as lehenga.
Thank you so much. Indian tradition is the oldest one and the beautiful one. Today, women really want to look elegant as well as really impressive. If you think wearing lehenga is old, then let me tell you, wearing lehenga is as sensual and as exciting as any new kind of a dress would be. But it gave you a different twist altogether. Especially in the Navratri, do you think you would look good wearing skirt or jeans doing the garbas? Not at all. Do you think you would look good doing the arti wearing the short micro minis? Definitely not. And what about in the wedding if you go wearing shorts? Does not look good. Suits, even that don't look that sassy in today's world. So why not to experiment with your own personality? Why don't you choose the color that actually flaunt your beauty? Why don't you actually use that dupatta to give that sensuality and that beautiful creativity that you can bring in through this dress and different kind of a draping. So this Diwali festival, wear the traditional dresses, especially the lehenga. Get that done with me as I'll be giving you along with that beautiful jewelry to complement it. That will bring a lot of elegance to your presence. And we have a special offer that if you come and buy two lehenga, we give you two lehengas free. Isn't it good? So why not to actually go and purchase your lehenga today itself? There is limited slots, there is limited availability. Do it, buy it now because offer will exhaust otherwise. So who all are booking the lehengas? Back to you, table topic.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Monica. I'll definitely going to buy that from you. I'll ping you after the meeting. Mm, Next, I will go with Mukesh, Toastmaster Mukesh. Will you be going to take any topic, Toastmaster Mukesh? Will you be interested in?
He had some
Karishma?
audio
Okay,
issue.
then
I guess it's not resolved it.
um, facing
Yes.
some technical issue. Okay, no worries, no worries. Then I'll go ahead with Toastmaster Sucheta.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can. The topic for you is Maggie.
Oh
2 minutes to
my God.
this Maggie. Over to you.
Okay. 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 So I need to sell that product, right?
Right.
Okay. Have you observed the evolution? Things which are no longer useful die out, but which is that one. Sorry, I was lost. Can you hear me now?
No worries, you can go on. Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So in the journey of evolution, things die out naturally, and especially in the cutthroat competition. Do you think anything would exist like Maggie? Same product, same packing. Uh, you can say a next generation has come and still they eat it. Why do you think Maggie exists? Simply because it's so good. It's your comfort food. It's fast and efficient to cook. You can cook it down in the south or in the Pahadis of Himalayas. In fact, it has become a kind of staple diet, or I would say a renowned diet of the Himalayas, the Pahadi Maggi. So just you don't need any reason. Reasons already exist. And after this Toastmaster meeting, just go downstairs, buy it from the local kirana shop because Maggie is accessible everywhere. It is not only the comfort food, it doesn't demand your stature. Anyone can have it. Thank you, and over to you, those table topics master.
Thank you so much, Sucheta. I already have Maggie at my home, but with this speech, I'm surely going to buy more. With this, I will um, finish the table topic section and hand over the stage back to the table Timon. Thank you.
Thank you, Karishma. What a lively table topic section you just wrapped up. And all the topics were so good. And the all the people who participated were also good at selling, I would say. Thank you so much. So going back to the theme, uh, although I have so many things to share with you all, one of the things which I kept hearing while the session is that you all feel like if you use AI so much or much more into your life, then you will lose your authenticity. So, what if I tell you that you can even get your AI work for you as authentic self as you are? What if you can personalize it to be to be your second brain, or to be your, as for Mohit, to be a Mohit's AI? What if you can do that? Anyone who is making such personalization for themselves currently? Okay, so let me
Yeah,
share that. Yeah, Monica.
yeah. I actually then give the prompt to AI, as you said, right? Setting the context and also giving it a direction how I really want it to behave like sometime as in a expert counselor, sometime as in a great mentor, sometime as in a expert coach in a particular stream wherever I need guidance for. Um, and specifically when I'm creating the content or modifying the stories that I want to post, I deliberately ask it that to keep the tone similar to what I speak like. And I've also given it a context on, again, through my prompts, like what kind of a person I am, what my profile is, what my past experiences are, what my real personal life is, and ask it to, consider all that aspects. One, it's give me a solution. So I think that way I am doing. Recently, I got introduced to the concept of clone, creating the clones, yet to be explored. But I think that's another domain I really am looking forward to. How I can even um, create it more specific to my own needs and my own style of working.
Thank you, Mona. So I understand you want to enrich and expand your magic all over. So I'll tell you something which you need not to tell every time, every new chat to your AI. Just go to your chat GPT and you will find an option. Can everybody see my screen? Yes. So in the very left corner at your desktop, you'll find this personalization option, or you can also go to that option from settings, and then this new pop-up will come up, and then you can give it custom instruction. Like if you every time use AI and you want it to be in your own way, in your own magical way, you can tell it what your tone is like, and you can tell more about you, your occupation, your thing, and you're also these settings are by default on, like references save memory. You can also make turn it off if you don't want your chats to be saved or to be used for training it further. But if you keep it on, if you fill in all these detail and enable the customization, then every every time you don't need to tell AI that what the tone should be, or how the way you want it to behave in a certain way. Like for example, you usually talk in a professional manner, or you always come up with concise things. So you can tell it that keep the tone professional, warm, concise, or whatever of as your own use cases. You can uh, do that settings for once, and every time then afterwards your responses will be as per the use cases or as per your own taste, whether it is chatty, whether it is witty, or whether it is humorous, anything you want it to be like. So this is one of the things which can you can do in your settings, and then you can see the responses and how AI will respond to. So again, this is the beauty is that it will remember your style, adapts to you, and imagine that kind of a partner available 24 by 7, ready to think, write, or brainstorm as along your side. So, and just as AI helps with the feedback and growth, in Toastmaster, we rely on different kind of evaluator, one who listens to deeply and responds with heart to lead us into the evaluation section. I now hand control of the meeting back to our general evaluator, Vivek.
Thank you, Madam Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Rashi. Friends, this is a time for evaluation, as we were talking in the beginning, that we are striving for daily with every meeting with some improvement. So we will try our best along with my team to give you a very balanced feedback. So first, let us start with the prepared speeches. It is my pleasure to invite Toastmaster Nital Jain, who is evaluating speech of Toastmaster Manoj Lanka. Over to you, Toastmaster Nital Jain.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vivek. So I want to begin my evaluation with a question that all we might have asked ourselves or thought about during this speech. How many of us experimented with our food? How many of us have tried to reduce the weight and later just to get to know that we have bounced back all? And today in Toastmasters Manoj's speech, he has he had shared all the details, all the funky details that he has been experimenting with his food and what were the results. So Toastmaster Manoj has started his speech with a question. what will you do after you grow up? And the first monkey thought that my mind got is, I'm already grown up. What is this question now? But the later point, Toastmaster Manoj hooked us. He has mentioned we can ask this question at any age of our life. So here we should all go and ask what is the purpose or what is that you want to do when you grow up. So Toastmaster Manoj has started explaining the meaning of his title. He has mentioned what does 80% of diet means, and he has stressed on the words carefully to explain and to grasp the title of his speech. So today in his speech, he has been using the props. He has used props of water bottle to explain what does effective eating means, what does how it will look like in our body when we are totally full, when we are eating far less, or when we are eating adequate. So my learning from Toastmasters Mono speech will be always have an adequate kind of food. Don't go to the extreme. And then he has started concluding to his speech by giving an example of how this 80% is effective in every phase of life. So he has given an example, if you talk more, what happens? If you do more, what happens? So the purpose of the speech is using the body language and the vocal variety. So coming to the first to the body language, Toastmaster Manoj has been using his hand gestures throughout the meeting. He has been pointing out in the sky. He has used the vocal variety, I mean the hand gestures to the left and right. And he has also used the gesture for shrugs, where he meant that he doesn't mind. He did not mind you experimenting with his food. And the second part was on the vocal variety. So one thing I liked in his speech is the way he has been shifting his story, and he has tried to make a sound of one person to another. So with this, the recommendation for Toastmaster Manoj will be to have a space. Uh, what I observed is he has a lot of energy in the start, and it little got dropped between and the end. And he has used many stories, but giving a pause was important for us to shift from one story to the another. And emphasis on the tough words. So he has used a lot of words. I could not grasp few of them. So giving an emphasis on the words and taking a pauses would have added a clarity to the language. So overall, the speech has the perfect body, the start, body, and the conclusion. And the vocal variety, as per the recommendation, if he has he expecting he would work in the future speeches, I wish him all the best. Thank you. And back to you, Toastmaster Vivek.
Thank you, Toastmaster Neetal, for a wonderful evaluation of the speech delivered by Toastmaster Manoj. You indeed follow CRC approach, commendation approach. If I may add few points from the evaluation point of view, uh, Toastmaster Manoj used very innovative words like this healthy and happy. Fruitarians, these are some new words which I picked up. His content was great. And the way he ended the speech, this 4 chapatis, 20 minutes, 2 chapatis, 20 minutes, I think that I'm still carrying that to be implemented. Thank you. Now let us help me to welcome second speech evaluator, Toastmaster Deepti, who is evaluating the speech delivered by Toastmaster Mehak. So please help me to welcome Toastmaster Deepti for evaluation of the speech delivered by Toastmaster Mehak. Toastmaster Deepti, over to you.
Thank you so much, Vivek. Diwali heist. What a wonderful speech. It was a riot of humor and drama right from the beginning. And I'm sure all of us were hooked the moment the speaker said, every family has a story. I started thinking, what's ours? And then I was waiting with open ears to hear what has to follow. The objective of the speech was to present a well organized speech. And was it well organized? Amazingly done well. It had a very clear beginning, body, and an end. The beginning had the story build up, stacking the jewelry in the cupboard, only to find the boxes empty. That was the twist. And then the body, oof, it was full of pure entertainment. Each detail that was shared just kept us laughing. From things like buying two blue t shirts to jewelry on the floor, that entire CCTV sequence, oh my God, amazingly delivered. We were literally visualizing it. And then um, the icing on the cake was that light remark on the policeman at the end of the speech. Very well delivered. The body was tight and engaging, and of course, totally did justice to the humorous pathway that you're working towards completing. Your expressions and gestures brought the Dharma alive. Okay? And when we moved towards the end, the surprise broke to us. The culprit was caught. Okay? So, all in all, it was an amazingly organized speech, intertwined with humor, gestures, and expressions, but very well supporting the content of the speech. But as an evaluator, I also have to look for your challenges. They were far and few, let me be very honest, especially because I see that as a second pathway. You're already a honed speaker. So the two challenges that I would like to present to you is first on the timing. We could see the red card up and you were still towards concluding your content. It's an amazing speech. Just tighten it a little so that you can make it a winning speech and take it to the next level. Enter the contests. Okay, just tighten up the speech a little. And the second is the message of hope came as a surprise towards the end. So intertwine that message somewhere in between, toward in the body. Maybe just call out and say that we never lost hope. So from moving to spying on the maid, you moved to the culprit. So somewhere there, okay, just build up on. So amazing speech, and I would like to say in summary that it was you actually delivered it with confidence and style, and we loved the delivery as much as we loved the content. All the best to you, Mehek. Just work towards the timing and the message in the main body, and it's a winning, cutting edge speech. All the best. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Deepti, for presenting a very elaborate evaluation of the speech delivered by Toastmaster Mehak. You followed CRC approach. You have covered all the points. So I have nothing much to add on this. Thank you. So friends, now it's a time for the tag team report. Let me invite Toastmaster Monica Talwar to, timer I will get towards the last. First, let me invite grammarian Toastmaster Dipendu to present his report. Toastmaster Dipendu, over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vivek. Yeah, this is not Toastmaster Diptendu, but I'm covering for him. He had to step away because of personal exigency. So I'm going to present the grammarian as well as my R counter report later. Diptendu, before he left, he shared with me what he had noted. So that's what I will share here. Some of the good usages today that he noted were kinetic, potential energy, centenarian, and age gracefully, mindful, used by Manoj, heist, used by Mehek, trust your hope, is also used by Mehek, evolution, stature, riot of drama, open ears used by Toastmaster Deepti, garbage in, garbage out, and adapt by our team at Rashi. It has been a great co-pilot for me, and circadian rhythm used by Toastmaster Vivek, sensuous, flaunt, ambidexterity, reinvention, some really good usages from Toastmaster Monica, twist by Toastmaster Karishma. Where we could be better today in terms of grammar, somebody said very general way, a word instead of that could be generic. I'm Pawan's mother speaking, could be hello, this is Pawan's mother. Posted it on the LinkedIn, the blog, the loophole. So over here, the catch is that the is a legit crutch word. We have to be conscious and we can use it accordingly and correctly whenever we think. So elaborately explaining the role could be elaborate explanation. Good usages is not the correct usage. It should be good usage without the S. Max limit could be maximum limit. And somebody used abba dabba chaba, which is also a slang or a local lingo, which could be used. However, we need to be careful and also translate it for the people who don't understand that lingo. Today, the word and the phrase of the day were used by Toastmaster Vivek, Toastmaster Rashi, and Toastmaster Deepti. That's all I have for my grammarian report. And back to you, Toastmaster Vivek.
Thank you, Toastmaster, distinguished Toastmaster Mohit, for filling in at the last moment. Kudos to you. So now let me invite you again for presenting AHA counter report. Over to you, distinguished Toastmaster Mohit.
Thank you once again, Toastmaster Vivek. So this is the report that I compiled. You can look at the number of times you used the filler words or unnecessary words. The speakers who were flawless today were Manoj, Mehek. A lot of table topic speakers were flawless as well. And there are Diptendu himself as the grammarian was flawless. The idea here is to just make a record and measure it so we can be mindful going forward. And one tip that I can give you is that even though when we speak impromptu, we can think about the words that we are going to speak in the next few seconds. And that way our speeches become like we are singing a song. So it makes it easier for us to avoid the unnecessary ahs and ums and still have the well thought out pauses in the speech that we deliver. So keep singing along. And with that, I hand over the stage once again back to Toastmaster Vivek.
Thank you, distinguished Toastmaster Mohit. Such a wonderful analogy of singing song and comparing it with the talking, communicating with someone. Now let me invite Toastmaster Monica for presenting timers report. Over to you, Toastmaster Monica.
Thank you so much, Master Quick. Let me share my report. I hope it's visible. Yeah. Okay. So here is the chart. I've recorded the timings of each and every speaker. Clearly, we had a lot of disqualifications. Both the prepared speeches actually got disqualified. They overshooted the time. A recommendation here is when you actually are preparing the content of your speech, ensure that you time it well and keep last 1 or 2 minutes for the closure itself. Because at times that's the point where your emotions come into the content and there is quite chances to overdo the time. So that's how I prepare my speeches is I deliberately keep 1 or 2 minutes for closure of it. That helps me to ensure that I don't overdo it. Wonderfully done by all the table topic speakers. Everybody utilized their time almost to the full. And for the evaluator, Neetal did well, right on time. She actually finished her evaluation exactly at the last second, so to say. Again, that is a qualification. But again, overall, there was a great speeches, great performance by everybody. All the evaluation were also well, but it's equally important that we adhere to timing. I hope we do a better job next time. Handling the stage back to Toastmaster Vivek.
Thank you, Toastmaster Monica, for presenting Timer's report. Friends, now it is time for General Evaluator's report. Did we start the meeting on time? I think no. So probably we should do better from next time to start the meeting on time as per the agenda. 10:35, I think against 10:35, we started 5 minutes or 6 minutes late. Time management part is already covered by Toastmaster Monica. Indeed, if you can keep 1 minute with you for engaging with the audience while delivering your speeches, last 1 minute, that will be a great idea. So I like that idea that keep last 1 minute something to put questions or that way you can manage the time better. Star role, yes, there was no observations. It went well. A presiding officer role, you played very well. Toastmaster Monica, it was relevant. You introduced the guests. You asked, in fact, one thing probably which can be taken as a challenge. Can we think of introducing Toastmaster International? Just maybe a couple of lines about what it is and the founder, about founder of Toastmasters International, Ralph Smedley, because it's 100+ years organization, and whatever we are here today, it is because of this one man. So maybe a couple of lines will inspire all of us, and it will be a kind reminder that where are we. It is like a gratitude to that person and this organization. Then coming to team on role, Toastmaster Rashi, you really rocked. You hooked the uh, audience. You were in a conversation. It was like a two-way conversation. It was not looking like you were delivering a speech. So you uh, perform the role in the right sense. Toastmaster of the day, that means you are keeping engagement with all the audience. Not only that, there were some key learnings from today's session about AI. I personally had some questions or clarifications which got clarified. I learned something new. So there are some key takeaways that how we can personalize it, how we can use it to suit our needs. You shared some examples, you put some screens so that made audience comfortable about it. So thank you for that. Coming to the role of, I dropped my earbud. Am I audible now? Yeah. Okay. So coming to the role of table topic master, very innovative, selling something uh, that really challenges our way we think and in an impromptu manner. So all the speakers did really well. So thank you, Toastmaster Karishma, for bringing out this innovative way of conducting table topic sessions. All the roles were filled nicely, so no comments on that. Timer, our counter, grammarian, they all fulfilled their role very nicely. Absolutely no issues. So to summarize my reports, I think time management is one thing probably we can challenge ourselves. And second thing is introduction of each role player. whosoever is coming to speak. Maybe 2 lines. It need not be a long introduction. Initially, it may look little painful, but if we can prepare little in advance, that will be helpful because then it brings the dignity to the entire process. Respect is like one of the values of Toastmasters, so that brings it out. With that, I conclude my report. Thank you, and over to Madam Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Rashi.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vivek, for and thanks to all of your team for sharing evaluations with us. So, what a day! What a rich morning of speeches, table topics, and evaluations. As we wrap up, let's return to our theme that is AI in action. So, uh, why I chose ChatGPT because I felt that this is a AI tool. I think everybody is at least aware of and use in some kind of capacity. What I wanted to highlight with this whole theme is when you use a tool in very general capacity, like you using it as a Google search only, then you will be missing out in a lot of good features where you can make it as we talked about, as we explored the voice feature, as we explored about the explore GPT section, where people already have done the job for you. They have created multiple use cases of GPTs for their own self and they made it public so that we as a public can utilize for our needs as well. And we also explored how can we make the AI just sound like us through the personalization section. So through all these features, and there are many more such things which we can do with either ChatGPT or any other tool as such, which is being introduced in market. So I just hope all of you at least learned one new thing from the whole session and you'll use it in your day-to-day life. And if you use it and you get some results, do share with me. I will be happy to hear your experiences about your learnings. And also, as I promised, a bonus. Uh, everyone do if people are people excited about the bonus? Okay, let me share a WhatsApp link I just created while preparing for this session. This WhatsApp group will be for people who really want to continue with this step of stepping into AI in action. So I'll invite you all to join this group where we will be continuing with this thing as we did right now, one or the two features of any AI. We can if you want, I can every week drop in some feature or introduce you to some new features of any tool, or you yourself can share there. But the only condition is that if you join that group, you have to be active. I literally won't take a step back and think I'll just remove those people who are not active because we are there just to be in action. So that was the bonus I thought about, and I'm sharing it with you. And in the next 90 days or more than 90 days, which are remaining, ending this year, I want all of us, rather than being far away from AI, become more native to AI because that's where the present and future will be. So now I'll wrap up with my theme, and I'll ask all of you to use the link and select whoever you see find right for the winners for today, and then Mohit will conclude with the winners. Yeah. So now stage I'll give back the stage to presiding officer of today, and that is Mona. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Rashi, for taking us through this beautiful learning session. It was less than moderation, but more of a bit of session where we learn. We we got a lot more knowledge about how we can use Copilot, this Chat GPT as our guider, our coach, and help us to involve or improve better. That's a fabulous way. Mohit, do we have results ready, or we still have time? Okay. So, okay, would you like to announce it now? Your voice is not audible.
Yes, Toastmaster Monica, I'm happy to announce it with your permission.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Okay, great. So our both our speakers today got disqualified, unfortunately, so we won't have a winner for the prepared speeches. For the table topics today, our winner of table topics speaker is Toastmaster Monica. Huge round of
Really?
applause for Toastmaster Monica. Amazing speech. Our best evaluator today goes to Toastmaster Neetal. Best role player, very clear. Everybody has voted for that person. Toastmaster Rashi Jain. And the best auxiliary role player today goes to the grammarian of the day, which was originally to be done by Toastmaster Diptendu, but I sort of partnered with him and we did it. So kudos to Toastmaster Diptendu as the grammarian. Yes, that's all I have for the winners. Back to you, Toastmaster Monica.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Mohit. Seems like my lehenga sold out really well today. Thank you
Absolutely.
so much. Super. All right. So we have guests today. Let me hear from them. Sucheta, you around? Would like to hear about you and also how you liked about today's meeting.
Uh, Thank you, Master Monica. What I loved more curious was the theme that was set up that drew me because I've been hearing a lot about AI and the negative aspects. And Rashi made it even more wonderful when she shared practical tips that she's been using. And especially towards the end, how she shared the link to WhatsApp group. That was a chick cherry on the cake. And as such, for the entire meeting, the vibe is like it's very calm and there is, I wouldn't say there is much theatrics. I shouldn't be using that word, but I loved it. The simplicity and the thought process that has come in your meeting. Thank you for uh, conducting such meetings. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Sucheta, for your encouraging and kind words. Definitely, we also loved your presence and how you tried well in the table topic session. Really would like to hear more of you in the coming days, coming meetings. Uh, yes,
Is it
Satish. Yeah, Sucheta, please go ahead.
Is it possible? Do you have a guest WhatsApp group? I got this
Yes,
link from
we
the Toastmasters. Yeah,
sure.
then I'll share my
Sure.
number. Thank you.
I am dropping my number in the chat. So you can ping
Okay,
me. I will get you added into the WhatsApp group that already exists for the guest.
sure. Thank you, Toastmaster Monica.
Here is my number. You just ping me on the WhatsApp and we'll get you added. Would love you to be part of the tribe for sure. All right. By the way, Sutta, you already a part of some other Toastmasters club?
No, I was a Toastmaster and
Mhm.
I'm looking to come back. So, yeah.
Come back soon. We are waiting really, really for you to be part of our tribe for sure. Okay, we'll connect with you. So I thank you, Mohit. Mohit has already shared the link to join the WhatsApp group. Maybe you can do it right away. Thank you, Mohit. All right, we have Dr. Satish. Dr. Satish, would you like to share your opinion on what you like today? Okay. Seems like he's not available. All right. I think overall we had a great session today. Everybody did a great job. All the speakers, all the role players were at their best. Really enjoyed this meeting and continue. We have a lot of learning, of course, as Toastmaster Vivek highlighted. Let's adhere to timings next time around. A lot of we can do if we actually use the time very wisely. Thank you so much, everyone, for the great meeting, the great win again, making the Sunday again meaningful. Letting you all bye now so that we gear up for the next meeting for the next Sunday. See you then. Bye bye, everyone.
Vivek want to say something, I guess.
Is it? Yes,
Yeah.
Vivek. I'm sorry, I didn't saw that. Yeah, Vivek, please go ahead.
Yeah. So one thought which is coming to my mind is can there be a evaluator for general evaluator also? It may not be required to be presented in the meeting, but maybe later on the WhatsApp group or one-on-one. I think that will be something make the loop completely complete.
Great
Evaluate the
thought.
evaluator.
Great thought. But it's actually a great thought because it's a very responsible job, and then we should actually have it. Why not?
Yeah.
So either
Yeah. Thank you.
or Timot can do then, as they will
Hmm.
conclude after GE.
We can do that. Team out can do, or we can have dedicated person, maybe if possible
Or
in the
maybe
meeting or otherwise
presiding
offline.
officer can also do that. That is also fine. Or team mod can do. Anybody can do that. I think presiding officer does it. That is better because then
All right.
presiding officer is not presiding officer is already evaluated by GE, and then presiding officer as the overall leader of the meeting can do that. Yeah, Mohit, please go ahead.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, I just wanted to share my view, and although yes, it's a great thought, but considering that there's so much to cover in a meeting, we can, if we really want to do justice to giving the feedback to the GE, then that's where the role of the mentor comes in, and they can watch the recording if they're not present, or if they're present, then they already capture the feedback and share with their mentee if that mentee is performing the GE role. In fact, they do so for all or whichever role that happens for their mentees, and that's how we keep on growing.
Yeah.
Is that you have
So
something to say?
Toastmaster
Nee.
Rashi is my mentor, so she can.
That's
Acha, इसीलिए that's why
Oh.
इसलिए.
I'll
Yeah,
share my feedback and I'll also ask Monica and Deepti to share mine as well.
definitely. I
Yes,
think
yeah.
thanks to Mohit for reminding all of the mentors to do their job wisely. Of course.
Yeah.
Superb.
Thank you.
Great.
Great, great,
Okay.
great inputs.
Thank you. Thank
Thank you
you.
so much, everyone. Bye bye.
Bye
Thank
bye.
you. Bye
Bye.
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 Bye bye.